I'm so excited to explain to you how iron moves through the body because this is going to be life-changing. So when we're wanting to balance our hormones, it all comes down to the movement of iron, because when iron is not moving, that creates stress on the body. So up first, we have the ceruloplasmin. The ceruloplasmin, think of that like the bus that is going to move iron, all right? And say this bus can hold 10 people. Iron are the people, so they are waiting to hop on the bus. In order to get on the bus, we need somebody to open up the door. The person that opens up the door is copper. He's going to be there to open up the door to let people on the bus and also to let people off the bus. And what's really important is to think about 7 doors being entrances and only 1 being the exit. Then we also have vitamin A in the form of retinol. This is different than beta-carotene, and retinol only comes from animal sources. This locks the door and makes sure that everybody stays on the bus and everybody gets to where they're going. So without this, copper could get off the bus. We might not keep everybody on, and that is really important because we obviously want this bus to function the way that it needs to. So the ceruloplasmin is produced in the liver, and it's very important to the movement of iron because if copper isn't bound to it, then it can be bound to 2 other proteins in the body, and that's when it's not going to function properly. So say, for example, we're taking iron supplements, or we are taking something as a way, like that's not natural, as a way to boost our iron levels, whether that is an iron transfusion or an iron supplement, then what happens is instead of 10 people being in that lineup to get on that bus, now we have 100, or maybe we have 1,000, depends how many iron transfusions or how many iron supplements that you've taken. People don't like to wait around, and I want you to think of a cast iron pan. So if you have washed it and you have let water sit on it, you have iron interacting with water and oxygen, and that is the same thing that happens in our body. So say we have 10, or not 10, we have more than that number of 10 that can get on that bus. We have people waiting around, so say there's 100 people. Well, they are sitting there and they are interacting with oxygen, and this causes rusting inside of us. Now, if we want to get that moving, then we need to create more buses. We need to have more people to open up the door, and we need to have more vitamin A in the form of retinol to make sure that everybody is moving as they need to. And this is huge to removing some of the stress that's built up in the body, because this is obviously really stressful when the body isn't able to move iron the way that it needs. So when we're going back to our hormones and we're wanting to create hormonal balance in the body, anybody with estrogen dominance is going to have dysregulated iron, or whether you have low testosterone or anything that is out of balance in the body, that is the body's way of trying to get iron to get back to balance. So if we're looking to move iron, then it's really important to have ceruloplasmin, to have copper, and to have vitamin A in the form of retinol. I would love to know your thoughts on this, and let me know if you've ever heard of ceruloplasmin before.